Hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Today we're gonna do a little bit of a test. We're gonna test what our people need, shop-wise. Okay, that being said, we have 5 cities here. One of them is hidden in this green net, but we have 5 exactly same cities I built, and I will show you what they actually are. We're just gonna let them finish all the construction that they have, and as soon as we load all the data, I will be showing you exactly what we're dealing with. So we have 5 cities, and all of them have shops in them, and some shops are missing some stuff. Well, obviously all the city halls are missing people. But anyway, I'm gonna show you how it looks like. So let's do that right now. This is a perfect example of the perfect city. All of them have fire station, they have hospital, they are fully staffed, not people-wise hospitals, and universities have minimal amount of people just because I don't want to use all our highly educated people there. They need to be split between those two. School, of course, is going to be fully staffed with highly educated people. We have 3 kindergartens, we have swimming pools, and we have cinema, of course, shopping center, we already mentioned that, and that would be about it. We even have pubs. Yes, we even have pubs. We will see how this is going to affect our people. We're going to see how they're going to be reacting to this whole plan of them not having the one of the necessities, one of the things that they need from a shopping center. Right, you can see as soon as this loads again, you can see that we have 500 people here, 500 here, just under 500 over here, and under 500 over here. You can see that we started. I want to start with 1st of April. I will pause now just to see that we have the equal amount of people in each one of them. So only few days into the experiment, we can see that clothing city is having a big drop here. 20 people already. This is 20 workers, productive age workers that are missing already. Other cities, I'm gonna let it slide a little bit. I'm gonna let them repopulate the town hall, because initially everybody goes to work and then suddenly everybody stops working and they need to repopulate it again. It's gonna be less intermittent in the future, but I'm gonna go and speed the time a bit, and we're gonna analyze both of those things. So we have 500 people still in city that has everything supplied, and we have 680 people here, so it's more or less fine. But clothes, something is happening here. You can see that we have a lot of escapes. 53 people ran away. That would be 23 people and their families, they're gone. Right, looks like we have a fashion mecca over here, and for some reason people like their clothes. Right, we have well, we have a lead here who's gonna go down to 0 first. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, let's update this a little bit. So we have some births happening everywhere. We're gonna check each individual area. So let's see, for example, Meat City has 5 births, 1 death. We have electronic. This is only 13 days into the April, so I would expect some births more than deaths for healthy growth of the city. We have multiple births, 0 deaths for the clothing city, but we have 130 escapes. And then Food City is missing food, but funnily enough, they don't have that many deaths or escapes, only 2 escapes. And the city that has everything has 4 deaths. That's interesting. We're feeding them too much. They're obviously dying from that. Right, so this is an update after a few days. I will continue on. I just wanted to give you a heads up, because I think there's a possibility that we might not be able to follow statistics on the clothing city because of the people leaving. There's only a few unemployed people, and sooner or later something might happen. Okay, moving on. Okay, 1st of May, Labor Day, at least where I come from, update. So we have a lot of births, and much more births than deaths in our clothing city, but the escapes are just devastating the town, and we have 265 escapes. Fun fact, I didn't even know this, but no other city has any escapes as far as I can see, or even if they do, it would be on the low side. But I have to say one other thing, our food city, even though, no, this is old city, so sorry about that. food city is not giving me a lot of stats. This is weird because I expected them to have stats all the time, but let me check what's happening here. We have a lot of people here, but looks like hungry people don't like to work. They come to work but we don't get stats. This I did not know that, and probably this would be, if we go into individual buildings, would be counted as productivity, but I'm not sure if we get these statistics from the flats. Don't think we do. So this is a food city accounting office, and it's not working. So food will not give us any statistics. They don't go to, I don't even know if they have higher education people. It's really hard. Here we go. We have 6 here. We have 4 over here. So we have some highly educated people, but looks like if you don't feed them, they don't go to work, and also they tend to go to a hospital, and I think we all know where this is going, but yeah, let's just pretend that we don't. And for some reason I cannot click in between these two. There we go. So this is a little bit of an update. Again, clothing statistics are gonna be probably gone soon. I will still monitor the food statistics as much as I can, and the rest of the cities are doing fine without meat. They probably won't have the happiness as they had before. For example, you can see difference in happiness between meat and all, city that has all. Electronics would be pretty much as happy as the all city is, a little bit even more so. And then we have clothing, which is of course full of escapes, and we have invisible city of food that can't give us any statistics because malnourishment. Anyway, see you in a sec. Okay, update. 4th of June or beginning of June. I haven't seen food or clothes statistics in a while, so obviously we're not going to be seeing those, I'm pretty sure. And all city, 800 people, 801. The city with electronics missing, they have 822, and the meat city has 812. Compared to their beginnings, I think they had a little bit more people to begin with, so that's why they're multiplying a little bit faster, but this is not affecting their happiness. So we have all city that has everything and city that doesn't have electronics. They're more or less the same. Population is a little bit bigger here, but again, I would say that because your people don't actually need electronics, because there's no radio station for them to listen. They can probably listen to American music, but unfortunately they're not listening anything, and it doesn't really matter if you provide them with electronics or not. There's an update, a little bit less happiness with the meat, but more in all in all, I think they're pretty much the same. A little bit higher productivity though in the cities that do have meat, so you can expect that. Okay, let's go on. Okay, so let's catch up. I have to say that this is, I think, more or less the useless thing to follow. Clothes and food, they're gone. We're gonna check what's happening with the cities. We have electronics. We have all electronics and meat. Those are the things that are missing from here. So let me see what's happening here. All is gaining to electronics and meat. I think they might catch up. We'll see how that turns out. Birth-wise, they have the most births, but negligible. They do have the most deaths, but again, I think that's due to chance rather than anything else. Productivity, of course, if you don't provide them with meat, they have a little bit lesser productivity. We'll see if this is gonna catch up to the other two, but I have my doubts. Other than that, I don't see any difference between other statistics. Everything else seems to be fitting fine. I'm just gonna minimize these windows and check real quickly what's happening with food. Food buildings, they're gone. There's nobody living, there's 2 people living in the whole food city, so food is obviously necessary for your people. Clothing, 28, 25, 21, and 25. That would be just under 100 people living here, and I'm pretty sure that they're gonna escape soon as well. Let me check if we see statistics for escapes. Not really. Probably we can check statistics of the whole country. And do we have escapes over here? I do not see them, but yeah, we can't really see the escapes from the general screen here. But anyway, we can assume that all of them, 400 people, escaped, plus their families, so clothing is definitely necessary for your republic. Okay, I'm not gonna stop until, let's say, August, September, and we'll see what's the update then. Okay, so this is gonna be final part of this test. I will do another test in just a second. I just wanted to show you the stats. City with electronics missing is those two cities are dead. Like no clothes, everybody escaped. No food, everybody. Well, let's call it escaped. No electronics, they're perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with not providing electronics. If you don't provide the meat, they are a little bit less, let's call it, happy. What I'm gonna do now, so obviously you can literally, little less productive. You can literally just not provide them with meat or not provide them with electronics. Now I'm gonna do the last month of testing. I will do something different. I will see if they're gonna take this. We have a perfect population of this city, 1007. What if we go to electronics and tell them that they are not supposed to have any meat? How will they take it? Let's quickly do this test, and I'm gonna let it run for a month. You can see that it already removed meat from the menu, and let's see how this works. I'm gonna compare a city that has everything and the city with, here we say electronics, but they actually don't have meat and electronics. So, see you in a sec. Okay, took me several hours to record this whole episode, but here we go. Okay, this is the final verdict. Looks like you don't need meat and electronics, maybe even whatsoever. You can see that their birth rate's a little bit slowed down. They're almost not really even equal, but looks like the city that has everything kinda is catching up, but it could be just the discrepancy of the starting numbers. You can see that births in electronics, they actually skyrocketed again, kinda skyrocketed, because they were close to being equal, but yeah, aerial denial there. I'm not sure what's with productive age workers, why they're lower in electronics shop, electronics, the city that has less electronics and meat, but I still think that in-game you have too high birth rates, and you will have a lot of problem with population in the future. I mean, excess population, which is not really a problem, but anyway, you might have it. And I think I'm gonna start experimenting with this without electronics and meat, because you can save some significant money that ways. Anyway, look, if you find this educational, click the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Right. Oh, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it, and all that good stuff. Guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.